Alright, so if you heard of the film The Ring back in 2002, chances are you watched it and may have been left a little bit traumatized. But little did we know that Sadako from The Ring would join us in Dead by Daylight back in 2022. And it's safe to say her debut was a bit of a flop and didn't fare well against the other top killers. Thankfully, she got a well-needed buff this year, and I will put those buffs up on screen for anyone to nerd out over. Finished nerding out? Cool. So, what is this video all about then? Well, the Alien chapter's around the corner, and like me, some of you may be returning players or completely new to the game. So I wanted to share why I think Sadako is one of the best new player friendly killers that anybody can play right now, with a lot of growth and lessons to learn as you work your way through the ranks and face harder survivors. Oh, and one thing to mention, if you haven't checked out my video going through the ratings of killers in Dead by Daylight, I highly recommend you check that out, because the data that I'd collated does back up why Sadako is a great killer to play. Link below in the description if you want to check that video out. But without further ado, let's start off with her kit. So her kit says, through the medium of a mysterious videotape, Sadako spreads her curse to unwitting viewers and causes their untimely deaths. Her special ability is called Manifestation. Before manifesting, the Onryo becomes undetectable and invisible to survivors, but intermittently visible when within 24 meters of them. The Onryo must manifest to attack survivors, and press and hold the power button to manifest in your current position. Briefly after manifesting, the Onryo will continue to be intermittently visible to survivors when within 24 meters. Afterwards, she will be fully visible within 24 meters, as long as she remains manifested. The Onryo can be manifest by pressing and holding the power button. She also has a special ability, Projection. The Onryo can also take material form by projecting herself for a TV. Press the ability button while looking at the powered TV to project into it, shutting the TV off in the process. Survivor Affliction Condemned. Survivors can temporarily turn off TVs with the retrieve tape action at any TV except the one they got it from. Survivors can spread the Onryo's message by inserting their tape, which reduces their condemned progress. This also turns the TV off. When the Onryo projects, any survivor not carrying a tape will gain condemned progress. Survivors carrying a tape will gain condemned progress upon being hit by basic attack, and the tape will be consumed. A fully condemned survivor is revealed by Killer Instinct and can be killed once downed. So, if you're wondering what all of that means, the important points to take away here is that you can manifest and demanifest, which is essentially like coming out of stealth, except when you're within 24 meters of a survivor. And also, when you are not manifested, you can't be stunned by pallets, so it's really important to know that. New players will always be unpredictable with pallets and may not even know this, making it easier to bait a pallet. And as long as you're not manifested, you can teleport to any available TV, which will glow white for you on across the map. Following the recent changes, this can be done often and builds up condemned on any players not carrying a tape. So again, not something many new players will do, and if they do, they will hold on, which means when you hit them, they'll lose the tape and they'll gain condemned stacks, and they'll probably won't pick up another tape because they're too interested in healing, doing another generator, or crouching around in case you scare them again. If a survivor ignores the tapes, then eventually from all your teleporting, a red circle indicate around the survivor's portrait, indicating that they can be killed. But as mentioned in the power description, this is also notified to you by a heartbeat sound via Killer Instinct. Once you put them into the dying state, hitting them twice from healthy or once from injured, you'll be given the option to outright murder them regardless of how many times they've been hurt. Sadako at a base kit level is the only killer that can do this to my knowledge, excluding add-ons and perks, which at the start of the game when perks are scarce and add-ons won't be plentiful, I find this to be extremely oppressive as a new player. So, I've got you all excited for it yet, and if I have, then she's going to cost you between £5 and £7 depending on the platform and currency conversion if you don't pay in pounds. But hey, you do get another survivor with the pack. So, as I mentioned earlier, my rating suggested that this is one of the best killers statistically and are working in her favour. And why is that, you might be asking? Well, that's because she has the highest base movement speed available for killers so far. She has an average terror radius of 24 meters, and not the lowest and not the highest. Is the shortest killer so far, and has no lullaby and a kill ability, but has to face all the normal pallet town looping tactics most other killers have to face. The last bit does sound like a bit of a negative, mate, and you'd be right, because at some point as you play Sadako more and more, you'll eventually come up against Survive with Friends, or Swift for short. And good players with thousands of hours into the game and looping pallet stunning, pallet dropping, vaulting kings that will frustrate the hell out of you. Which, if I'm honest, that is okay, because other killers have to face that with way less kit or a much higher skill cap to get around all of those shortfalls a lot easier. So my point is that you can learn and master Sadako and get more out of a kit than you would, say, a Wraith or a Trapper. You'll be able to kill foolish people, which will never get old, and to be honest, I absolutely love it. But that obviously will happen less as you get better and better at the game. But I see her as a killer that once you've mastered her kit, you can start mastering your map knowledge, your looping techniques, understanding common tiles. I'll make another video on that in the future explaining that. Understanding all perks that survivors typically bring, all of the items that they can bring, the add-ons for those items, and there's a lot to chew through. And that is before you even start on your own perks and add-ons. Oh, and talking of add-ons, for Sadako, most of them I would argue are fairly useful across the board. Some better than others, but none across the rarities that stood out to me as being completely pointless. They all do something which is ideal when blood points are scarce to begin with. And in my humble opinion, since returning to this game, Sadako has been one of my favourite killers to play. And however, this is of course just my opinion. I do encourage you to have your own. Feel free to post your thoughts in the comment section below. I love a healthy and constructive debate. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And if you didn't, then I hope you like the next one. Really appreciate you checking this video out, guys. Feel free to watch the rest of the video of the play in the background. And I'll see you in the next one. All the best.